I Googled, and here he is. He's being interviewed on the news. Like,
do people come up to you and ask for autographs now that you've been on the news?
Oh yeah.
At one time, he said, "I need a markers so I can sign autographs." And so
He's good.
He was ready.
Yeah, wait.
He did actually sign one on a guy's car, one of his buddies.
The only thing Ryan signs is his credit card when he keeps going to the hobby shop for more parts.
Yeah. I go through a lot of them, guys.
That does happen with us too.
Welcome to RC Underground Radio.
Yes, I realize I look like an idiot with this mustache, and I'm okay with it.
The ultimate podcast that covers everything RC.
You don't need to cut anything either. You can just call this the raw, uncut episode. We can leave it at that.
The raw.
Yeah.
Are you drinking dollar store soda again? Quit spending your money on RC stuff. You can buy some name brand soda.
RC Underground Radio is your backstage pass to the RC industry. With insiders that are shaping the future of the hobby. The future of the hobby.
When we bring this guest on, I guarantee people are going to go, "Are you kidding me?" He wrote a song.
I did.
We're going to have to end this soon, huh?
Yeah, no shit. And we're going to have to edit this.
So, here are your hosts, Dave Brinkman and Ryan Ratzloff.
All right, everybody. We want to thank you, as always, for joining in RC Underground Radio. We've got the guest that everybody's talking about. Everybody wants to get to know more of. We've got Hunter and his dad, Jamie Carey, with us tonight right here on the Underground. Can you believe it, Ryan?
No, I can't. Who knew that the biggest dirt oval event in the country for radio controlled cars would bring us all together? But you guys made an impact on everyone there. And it's so great to have you guys tonight. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Glad to be here. I mean, it's cool to pass that passion around, I guess you'd say.
That's right.
Hunter, your enthusiasm up on that driver's stand made us all smile. And we just love that, because the rest of us were struggling all week to go fast and, get our cars around that track. But you put a smile on everybody's face out there, and you were driving great too. It was funny because our friend Jason Walicki had said, that Hunter kid's going to beat you, and you did. You beat me in SCB mod, buddy.
You beat
and
Ryan?
Yeah, no way. I was here.
Yeah, you got me, buddy. You got me. So, how did you? No, it's okay. How did you guys get into RC?
How it really actually started, I used to do a little bit of motocross and cross-country four-wheeler racing, and Hunter went to every race. And he always said, I want to race. And he was pretty young at the time, and we got him a four-wheeler. My wife's brother had bought his kids motorcycles and stuff, and we were kind of hesitant. And I thought, you know what? We're going to buy him one. We're going to put a remote kill switch on it, and he'll either learn to ride it or not. And he did, and he was good. And but we just couldn't pull the trigger on putting him on a track. So then we met some people in Oklahoma City named James Brown and Lou Brown, who owned Competition RC. It was one of the big places in Oklahoma City that everybody went to. Had a outdoor dirt oval track, an outdoor short course track, and an indoor cement oval track, tri-oval track that they would pour like Coca-Cola on it to get the traction compound kind of going. So we bought Hunter a car, a little Rustler. Traxxas little Rustler. And I went to him. I said, what day is your least busiest day? Because you could come and practice indoor. And Wednesdays were the least busiest day. So for about a year, we went every Wednesday, letting Hunter kind of figure out the car and spent a ton of money and a ton of time fixing broken parts and charging batteries, and Hunter just having a ball. He loved it when he crashed. I mean, at first that was the best part of it. The crash, cool. But then James and Lou and some people around there had said, "Hey, get him into racing," and we did, and it took off from there. He's slowly picked it up. I mean, but that's part of Down syndrome. There's a lot of repetition involved in anything. He didn't learn to walk till he was 3.5. But whenever it clicks, boom, he's there. So when he started walking, it was all of a sudden. So as the racing's come along, as he figures things out, it's all of a sudden the light bulb comes on and he gets it. That being said, one of the examples there is I used to have to set his controller because he was either full throttle or off throttle. And, no in between. So I would have to have exponential put in and all kinds of stuff to kind of limit it. But, and I've worked with him on throttle control, and now he's getting it. And there was one day I was watching, is your battery going dead or what? He was going pretty slow, and I started watching his controller and the throttle using. He was only going half throttle. He was backing off and kind of feathering the throttle and stuff like that. So again, that's starting to click. But now I got to get him to know when it's, when to back off and when not.
We have the same problem with Ryan. He doesn't know when to back off either. So that's an RC thing.
It is. Hunter met a lot of people. What are some of your buddies, Hunter?
Gary Harris.
Gary Harris. What about Doug? Who else?
Well, I didn't know that.
What are the other people's names?
Oh, Cooper.
Cooper Robinson.
Cooper Robinson.
Yeah. Mike and Devin. Dennis.
And Dennis.
Yeah. Those are a lot of people that, been there throughout the beginning to the end and are just buddies with him at the racetrack and race with him. And when he goes to jumping all over the stand and hugging everybody, whether he wins or not, they're right there with him. That's the main reason we got him into racing, was because he wanted to race. And
that's awesome.
RC Cars was kind of the spot to go, I think, without him getting hurt or not being able to follow all the rules. But now it's turned into, like you said, kind of a passion to show who he is and that he can get out there and compete, without, limits. We try not to limit him to anything. He's going to have limits just because of the Down syndrome, but we don't know what those are without trying them.
Right.
So now it's turned into a passion of let's show people, let's show people how much fun Hunter can have, and let him go have the fun, because the times when the race isn't going so good, you'll see that on the stand too. It's not all the happy yelling and stuff. If I don't have the car set up right or he's involved in a bunch of wrecks, it doesn't come out as like it appears that he had a great time then. But if he's driving good and having a good time, that's what it's about.
You're doing that on the local level, and then here he is at the biggest dirt race in the country, right in there with everybody, competing, but more importantly, inspiring. Ryan, you can talk more to this, but it Hunter really, for a lot of people, after a long week and it really gets stressful, Hunter put everybody right back in perspective, you and him together, of what really going to any RC race is, but definitely when you're at a big race like that, like keep it in perspective of what we're here for. And I know, Ryan, you saw some amazing things that week from Hunter.
It's just smooth, consistent. And, as far as a driver, that's what I saw out of his car. And then, you couple that, Hunter, with your positive attitude. It just changes everything. And, this is kind of twofold in that, Hunter, outside of the challenges you have in life, your positive outlook on everything, that smile on your face is just absolutely incredible, and it's uplifting. And that's really, I say this is what the world needs, buddy, is more of you. And then as a father,
Thank you.
but and then Jamie as a father too, seeing you support your son was also very uplifting because we were all there. Some of us were fortunate to be, that had children there or whatnot. I didn't, and it really was like, man, I miss my kids a lot. So
Awesome.
you guys just
I like the cards.
brought everybody into kind of a zen moment, and it's just so neat to see him race. He's so darn good too.
He is.
That
be honest
street
with you.
stock moving.
Tell him thank you.
Thank
He
you.
said you had your street stock was moving pretty quick there.
Pretty quick.
Yeah, we got his new wrap going and everything, and got a proof of it today, and it's going to be cool when we get it. We'll show you. It's going to be neat.
We got to see it. We want to post pictures of that. I'm excited to see what you got going on with that car.
Yeah, it's going to. Yeah, you brought up the the Chili Bowl, him going to the biggest race, oval race or whatever. Well, for a couple of years, last year was his first year, and then he came this year. But before that, he always wanted to come, and I was kind of skeptical about taking him because it's a big race. People are there driving all over the United States, and they're not coming for Hunter to maybe have a bad situation up on the stand or something that might mess up somebody else's race, and so I kind of held back. And there's a guy here in Coffeyville, Kansas that owns Onion Creek RC Raceway. Gary Langworthy and his wife Jamie Langworthy, they own it and run it. And he came to me. We go up there a lot. They're real good with Hunter. And he said, I told him that we wanted to bring him to the Chili Bowl, but I didn't know. And he said, you should take him. He's as good as half the people in the class he would run. Mm-hmm. And so we went up and talked to Scotty that year. Scotty said, yeah, that's what that class is for. B-Mod and Street Stock, kind of a intermediate beginner for the Chili Bowl, the RC Chili Bowl. And so last year we went, and he actually ended up third in the B-Maid.
What was, Jamie Hunter, what was your thoughts on the track this year?
Was it slick or was it loose when you got up high?
Up high.
Yeah, if you go high, you didn't turn quite as well.
Turn a way bit of turn. Yeah. What happened? They're not bent out. They're not wacky.
Yeah. Did you have to back off the throttle a little bit?
Back throttle.
Yeah.
Weak.
He did pretty good throttle control.
Throttle.
One heat, I think, and the track was just really, really loose. And he couldn't do anything, so I pulled him in and turned his radio way down, and he still did okay, but I didn't have it set up for those conditions. And he figured it out, though. Once I turned it down, he got it straightened up and drove the rest of the race pretty good.
Yeah, I wish I had you to turn my radio down. I needed it.
Okay, now coming pull up.
Folks, are you looking to have half of the enthusiasm Hunter Carey has up on the driver's stand? Or are you looking to look like me walking around the pits in my cool RC Underground Radio merch? Well, listen. I'm sorry to say that Carpies can't work miracles in those departments. But there's good news. The folks at Carpies can definitely help you become the ultimate toy car nerd. How do you ask? With their custom wraps and a killer collection of official RC branded merch. So while they can't promise to shave a 10th off your lap time, they can save you 10% on your next order with promo code RCU10 upon checkout at carpies.com. That's CARPYS.com.
Hey, Ryan, we got big news. Papa Willie's has asked if they could be a part of the RC Underground Radio.
It's good stuff. Like the smell.
Do you use it as a cologne? That's a question.
I don't wear it, but it gets on me.
I've looked at some of their social media. They really like to have fun.
It's good to promote his kindness as well. He likes to have a lot of fun. You see it in all of his promotions, and we're certainly going to jump on that train. But, when you're buying his product, know you're buying from a good guy who really supports this hobby and, supports our mission, and that's to grow it and support racers and racetracks throughout the country.
For sure. So stay tuned, everybody. It's going to be a fun ride.
I get to deal with a little more stress if he has a bad race. You know what I'm
Got
saying?
one.
He does. He does have days where he gets upset, and even at the Chili Bowl, he had a couple instances where he got a little out of sorts, and that's just again part of the Down syndrome, sensory issues. You know, too much noise, too many people, and you just gotta try to turn it around. Sometimes you don't catch that quick enough.
From what I heard too, you know, there's a lot of drivers there that were having some frustrations, and Hunter, I think Hunter was more professional than most of them there. That shaking his head, yeah, because you know they're saying things that really shouldn't be said out in public, and acting, you know, they're acting very young, and yet, you know, Hunter, here he's being professional, and sure, he's frustrated, right? He wants to perform better. He wants the car to perform better. That's being a competitor. That's just being an RC competitor. But he does it, you know. But then on the flip side, when he's racing, he's not only happy for himself, he's happy for other racers. Like I said, hugging other racers and high-fiving them and stuff. Just what the spirit of this hobby is supposed to be. Now, my question is, Hunter's been, he was on the news. I saw, you know, I Googled, and here he is. He's being interviewed on the news. Like,
do people come up to you and ask for autographs now that you've been on the news?
Oh yeah.
At one time, he said, "I need a marker so I can sign autographs." So he was ready.
Yeah, wait.
He did actually sign one on a guy's car, one of his buddies.
The only thing Ryan signs is his credit card when he keeps going to the hobby shop for more parts.
Yeah. I go through a lot of them, guys.
That does happen with us too.
That happened.
But sometimes you need that. I mean, sometimes you need the extra edge, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
That might be cool.
That's right.
But,
that's right.
What are your plans for next year? I mean, you know, or actually this year? Are you guys going to continue to club race, or what's on your agenda? What's on your racing plans for this year, Hunter?
Oh, going race?
Where at? What places? Onion Creek?
Onion Creek.
And Shifties.
Shippy.
And Taylor Park. Battleground in Muskogee.
Battleground, Gogi.
Yeah. But yeah, we're in fact, there's a new place opening in Bigsby, which is just south of Tulsa. It's called Shifties, and they're putting in a new oval.
Awesome.
So we're going to go to the first one there. Know a lot of people that will probably be there, but
I did the best.
What's funny about, you know, seeing a lot of people is we walk into a new place and we go up to register, and people never, you know, the people in the registration may not know Hunter, and they're kind of like looking at you kind of, are you sure? You know, are you registering him or you? And it's him. And then when he gets out there and you hear the announcer saying, hey, and Hunter's in second, and you know, he's doing well, and all you hear is Hunter's this and Hunter's that. And
right.
I mean, it's pretty cool to hear that and see that. And so when we go to another new place, a lot of people come up and they'll be talking to Hunter, and I'm like, do you know Hunter? And they say, yeah, we raced with him at such and such. So everybody we run into a lot of times at different tracks are coming up to Hunter, knowing Hunter.
You keep going, buddy, too. You don't stop what you got going on. You know, there's another race coming up next January, I-44 shootout. Have you heard about that one?
I-44, the SC mod shootout, or?
Well, it's very similar Chili Bowl type format. B mod, street stock, late models, all of that stuff. That's going to be I-44. That's in Missouri, I believe.
Okay.
Kind of right around the first of the year. So us guys are I think we're going to make the trek down for that one. So if that's something you want to fit into your schedule, you're more than welcome to pit with us and
cool.
hang out with us guys. So
and
yeah,
when is it?
I'd love to have you, Hunter. That's beginning of January. It's the I-44 Raceway. It's a shootout. They do a very similar setup to Chili Bowl, where it's inside a big building, but it's on concrete, so we don't have to worry about.
Oh wow! So not
walking
dirt.
around in that dirt all day. Yeah.
Wow.
So the track is dirt.
Yeah, the track is dirt. Yep, it's banked. It was really awesome.
What would be the classes that he would be in? Do they have a B mod, or do they have a street stock?
They got a B mod and a street stock. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
What?
sir.
Okay, cool.
They pull up on my arc.
Got to go racing again, Hunter.
Yeah.
We're talking
Yeah,
2025.
cool.
Kick off the new year with a little more dirt racing, right? And you can kick my butt again, huh, Hunter?
Well, I want to get in.
You think you can beat him again?
I didn't beat him again. I beat him a whole time.
You can beat him all the time? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't beat him.
You're
We
much
have
better
to
drive. I may let you drive my car, buddy, and show me what it can do.
You think you could show him what his car can do?
They're gonna do. They're gonna do.
You need to take Ryan's car and sort it out for him a little bit. Okay?
Get it straightened out. You and Dad get wrenching on it because I'm no good at it.
But a lot of times, a lot of his trouble are caused from me making too many adjustments and getting it way out in the weeds, and then we play the rest of the race getting it back straightened up.
Jason, yeah. I mean, that's one of the things I've always found, right, is make one adjustment and see how it is. But it's hard at Chili Bowl. We had no time. We were out there for 3 minutes, and then that was it, you know?
Right.
So, no, you guys did well. You did really well out there, Hunter. I mean, super smooth and consistent.
Thank you.
That's my man.
I was just going to say, what of the two, of the B mod and the street stock, which is your favorite, Hunter? What do you really like racing one over the other?
BMI TikTok.
He does well in both of them, but the B mod is harder for me to get control of, as far as not control of, but get the setup on, I guess you'd say. If anything goes wrong, I have a little more trouble getting it adjusted where he can get speed back in it. But he just started driving street stock just back in October. So trying to get 2 classes for the Chili Bowl, because last year we had 1 class and he always wanted to be there first thing, and we was there for 10, 12 hours, and he raced 1 race, or 2 races max. So we decided to go with the street stock this year.
Starting in October, you did fantastic, buddy. That's no small feat.
Oh, thank you.
So here's my question. What's the number on the new car going to be? And what's one color?
Yeah.
Don't have to tell us the whole paint scheme. Just one color that's going to be on that.
Blue.
What's the number on it? Just
9.
He likes a number 9.
They're cool.
He's always been a Chase Elliott fan, but I think he's picked up a new NASCAR driver to follow.
Who?
Justin Haley. We watched the Clash the other day, and he actually sat down with me and watched the podcast with Justin Haley, the episode 1, and he was like, and he knew Justin Haley from NASCAR, but now we watched the Clash, and he was all about Justin Haley and that until he broke and pulled into the pits, and Hunter was kind of upset whenever he pulled into the pits. So,
yeah.
But I think Justin's another one of his new NASCAR
awesome
buddies, I guess you'd say.
My buddy, cool.
Yeah. Well, and you know him now, Hunter. You know Justin Haley. You met him.
Yeah, that's right.
You got pictures with him, and you got some of his gear. Like,
I love car too.
You love Justin's car?
Justin's car, awesome.
Mm-hmm. It was awesome.
That car was cool as him. Car was just great as him.
What number was it?
95,
51.
71, 72. That was cool as.
He knew where he was. He was always pointing him out on the track.
On the track.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
That's cool as.
There's not many people that can say they have a NASCAR driver who is their fan, right? Justin made it very clear. He is Hunter's fan. So that's pretty special.
I want to say one thing about Justin. He was very kind and very, every time I seen him, he had a smile on his face.
Yeah, my face.
He didn't talk a whole lot, but if you walk by him, he was smiling. And that's a lot in these days. But that's cool to see him on the podcast and hear him say the things about Hunter, and Hunter's eyes kind of glistening when Justin Haley starts talking about him. It's Hunter's fist pumping and saying yes. So it was good to hear and good to see.
Yeah, I would say, Hunter might not realize, but he was very important for Justin. Justin didn't have an easy week. Some things that happened, behind the scenes that kind of really bummed him out and maybe made him a little disenchanted. I think he even said in the show, right, Ryan, that he kind of questioned if he should have come. But then he was quick to say, Hunter seeing Hunter and seeing you guys together as a family, really, really pumped him up again and made him happy that he was there. And he was glad that he saw that. And that was really the highlight of his week. So, you guys you did something very positive for Justin, so that, like you said, he spent 30 hours getting there and getting home, and he won a driller. But it appears that his number one memory of that race is you guys.
Oh, man. You're not talking to me. You're great. You're awesome.
All right. Yeah, Justin Haley's awesome.
Well, that's
Just show him your shirt.
Look at my shirt.
Stand up and show him your shirt. Just
I record the TikTok.
says,
Go to sleep, eat. Go to sleep.
eat, sleep, RC cars, repeat.
Repeat.
That's what I love, buddy.
Monkey high.
You got to say your famous line, Ryan.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
That's right.
You guys
This
just
monkey high. Woo!
All right, buddy, let him talk.
That's my boy. I love it.
We will. Hunter usually decides when we're going and where we're going. He'll see something on Facebook, a flyer for a place having a big race, and he'll bring it to me. And if I can make it happen, we go. I mean, we'll drive 2.5, 3 hours to a race just because he decided he wanted to go.
Probably every track in the country that's either seen him on the news, seen him on social media. Hopefully after seeing him on the show, people are going to be reaching out going, bring Hunter to our track. We want to race with Hunter. I think this is going to be a big year for Hunter. Because again, he emulates what this, you guys together, I should say, emulate what this hobby is really all about. So, just want to thank you guys. Is there anybody you want to reach out and thank? One that comes to my mind is Mom. Mom must be the rock, for this family, and she obviously supports everything he wants to do.
Look at them all.
Yeah, and she's a big part of it. He has celiac disease, so he has to eat certain foods. So she packs every time we go to a race. She packs the food that he's going to eat there. So she makes sure that's happened. Make sure he's ready to go, and she don't go to very many of them because to him it's me and him time.
Me.
So, but she was at the Chili Bowl, but the RC Chili Bowl.
Fun.
But who else you want to thank, Hunter?
Thank you.
You want to thank James and Lou Brown?
Thank Brown.
Yeah, and
Lou Brown was really good.
Yeah, and Gary Langworthy for giving you the opportunities.
Gary O'Donoghue.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Doug Harris for being a good mentor for you.
Mentor.
Yeah.
There's
a lot of people to thank, and I'm sure we're going to miss a few, but there's a lot of people that step in and help when needed. There's a Lloyd Bunton that stepped in one time, and I was having trouble getting Hunter's car set up. He just said, "Hey, let me make some adjustments." So I did, and man, it was a rocket ship after that. So great. I mean, I love it when people do that. It helps me out, and it's cool that people will do that. So it again brings it all back around circle. That people are actually seeing him, who he is.
No. We're all friends out there. We're all out racing for bowling trophies. Let's focus on what all this is really about, and that's creating friendships and memories together and having fun. That's it.
Right.
That's all it is, plain and simple.
You're right. It's a good time for me and him. That's for sure.
Yeah. I know.
I got to ask you a favor, Hunter. You got a big star like Hunter on the air. I got to ask you, will you take us out? Will you take us out of the show? Will you just say, thank you for watching, everybody?
Thank you for watching, everybody.
Big thumbs
Look at that. We want to thank everybody again for tuning in for this very special edition of RC Underground Radio. Hunter's our man. Jamie's our man. Just thanks again. And we want to thank everybody for tuning in for this and tuning in again to RC Underground Radio. We'll see you again next week.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you for listening to the RC Underground Radio podcast. Be sure to like, subscribe, and tell your fellow racers about the show. Tune in again next week for more RC content.